it's me, Renee. I'm back. So, my last video, I said that Eurovisionathon ended on Monday, which it didn't. I didn't like a feeling that something was wrong, like after the posting video. Double checked. Yeah, it ends on Saturday, so more days to read. So, yeah, very happy with that. I get to read lots more, well, hopefully. And yeah, so this is my update for the rest of the readathon. I do also update both. Like I'm going to talk about what I read recently and what I plan to read for the rest of the readathon. So firstly, Failure to Communicate by Kaya Sunderby. So this is science fiction with protagonist that has autism, which is kind of the reason why I wanted to read it. Protagonist with autism in YA, that's not really something that's happened a lot. Heard about it on BookTube from Annalisa Eli, and the book, I'm blanking out the title name, but I'll link it down below. So I started, but I just started slightly, because why haven't I read more in it? Yeah, this book is scary. It's so dang scary. I need to read it just in daytime when it's sunny as hell outside. I can't read this at night, or like when it's raining. I can't. It's so scary. So yeah, I will finish it, but at the moment it's kind of cloudy. It's not that sunny, so I'm gonna procrastinate with this one. I'm enjoying it, but yeah, it's scary. So I don't want to have nightmares. Then I finished An Italiensk Affare, or One Night Stand by Lucy Diamond. So by the English name, One Night Stand, it can't seem like this like very sexual thing. It's not really a sexual book. I would call it maybe a chick lit or a woman's fiction. I suppose what's the difference there really, but yeah. So it's about these three ladies, one in her 40s and two in her 20s, and one is teaching one is a teacher at an Italian course in Sheffield, and the others are taking the course, and it's all about like their different lives and the reasons why they're taking Italian, stuff like that. It's just a lovely book, really. I would say it's maybe one of the best books I've read lately. Yeah, I would say so. It's a delight. It, as all books, it has the conflicts because without conflict you can have a good book, but it's still like very fluffy and cute and nice, and yeah, I do recommend it. And now I read two books by Lucy Diamond, and I definitely will read more by her. She writes very well. I enjoyed it very much. And yeah. Then we have The Shameless Daughter of Skammansdottir by Lena Coverpool. So this was a reread for me. I planned to reread for maybe a year now. Yeah, around a year. And just kind of end up doing it, pushing myself, end up reading it because of Eurovisionathon. Protagonist, the author is Danish, so he works for Denmark. It's not a long book. It's 211 pages, so it's not a long one, but still. And yeah, this is a childhood favorite, and I end up started rereading it, to be precise, yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, and then yesterday morning, and then yesterday evening I finished it. As I said, it's 211 pages, so I had read the first chapter or two, and then I read the rest from 11 to 1 in the morning, and it was just a joy. So fun to be back in this world, and I'm definitely gonna continue on with the sequel to this one. I have them both from the library. For some time I couldn't find, because I own this book, I couldn't find it myself that I want to own, and then I found it. So this one going back to the library. Well, of course, if you bought something in the library, you're gonna give it back. But yeah, in case you didn't know, this is a high fantasy middle grade. So the plot elevator pitch is that the magical aspect, well, in the first book anyway, is that both the mom of protagonist and protagonist, Dina, they can look into your eyes and look and see all that you're ashamed of. So like every lie you're told, everything you sarcasm with, big stuff, small stuff. So because of this, shamers are often used in judicial matters. And so Dina's mom gets taken to the capital, Dunark, because something has happened there. And then soon we realize, okay, there's some political intrigue here. I'm not gonna say more, but yeah, there's some political mystery around here, and there's also dragons, mean dragons, but still, and just great characters, and yeah, I just love this series. As you might have guessed, it became a movie a few years ago. This movie cover, I very much enjoyed the movie. Some people I know didn't like it, but I enjoyed it. And yeah, definitely should check it out. It exists in English, and I think in all languages. It's a very famous series, very beloved from everyone. I don't really think it has gotten one bad review. And yeah, so that's what I've been reading lately. And yeah, so this being Wednesday, there's today, Tuesday, Friday, and on Wednesday, and Saturday left. So 4 days left, except today. I suppose I could also read today. I'm not quite sure if I'll read that much today, but I have the option of doing it. Yeah, so you might be wondering, okay, what am I going to read the rest of the week? Well, I have a few options. I have Norsk elitespråk. No, sorry. Jo. Elitespråk som er ferdig med å dø ut, og andre myter om språk. So yeah, as you see, it's a Norwegian book about myths around language. So it's both like myths around Norwegian language, but also languages in general. And languages are used all over the world. So they probably mention some part of Europe or some part of the world in it. So yeah, I don't know which country it'll be used for, but yeah, it isn't also long. It's just 140 pages, so yeah, quickie. It's a non-fiction one though, so I'm kind of in the mood for a fiction one. We don't really have a fiction one ready, so interesting. Then we have, well, I lied. I have some fiction books. But yeah, then we have this one, Malta, Travel Guide to Malta, which, yes, it's cheating. It's a straight up travel guide, so there's kind of like pictures, and then there's like hotels and stuff. But like, I want to go to Malta, and I very much love their Eurovision song. It's just so cool. And it says in-depth details on history and culture, so it's not just like other stuff. Stunning photography and insight in history and culture, so I'm gonna think it's probably more than just kind of hotels and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I really am. Well, why would I not be? Then we have Seasons of War, the 13th Skulldugger Pleasant book. So this would then work for Ireland. Skulldugger Pleasant is mainly set in Ireland. Dirk Lander is Irish. I don't really, I have to say, I don't really like that song so much, but like, since I really much like this series, I felt like a good reason to read this book. And you don't really have to just read books from the countries that you like songs from. It's up to you how you do it. Eurovision fun, really. You can just do one book or two books, and yeah, I kind of did a mix of some books I wanted to read, some books I haven't heard of, and etc. And this is a book I want to read. It's a chunker, so I suppose it might be a book that I pick up, start, and don't finish. I suppose thinking about it might also be a book that I skim because even though I love Scholar Pleasant, often I love the books have some scary ass scenes in them, which I skip altogether. So I suppose that way might make this book shorter to read, even though it's long. It's 470 pages. I suppose it's not the longest Scholar Pleasant book, but yeah. Also, this is penultimate one, next to last one. Bit sad. Also, the cliffhanger that the last one ended up on was like, what? So yeah, I'm very curious to get to this one. And then we have, sorry, And then we have The Sortegreven by Tom Rice. So this is a Norwegian translation. It's not Norwegian book. No, it's Norwegian translation of this book, and it's about the real history behind the real Count of Monte Cristo. So the Count of Monte Cristo is a book. I would say everyone knows, but not everyone knows, but it's a famous classical book by Alexander Dumas. It's this famous story about a guy who he's in prison because he's falsely accused, and then goes out and then takes revenge and all this stuff. And so this is a story about like the guy that inspired that story. And I kind of had this book for like maybe 6 years now, a few years. And yeah, so it's about Napoleon and the Count of Monte Cristo. So I'm getting like it's kind of set around France, I'm thinking. So because of that, it'll work for France. And yeah, it's kind of a chunker. It's almost 400 pages. So yeah, how if I'll finish this week, I don't know. But it's an option, and I might start it. Yeah, I might start it. And then we have Charmen med Tarmen, which is the book that I'll be using if I get to it for Germany. It's a whole book about the original in German, so I can't really know. But it's a book about your stomach and your stomach and how your toilet activities work and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm fairly curious. It's a big, a big book. It's a big bestseller from 5 years ago, 6 years ago, something like that. And yeah, it is just 300 pages, so it's not long. So yeah. Well, I would say that's it. It's not actually it. I have also one more. So not cheat. I suppose anyway. If you like cheating, it's not. But yeah, I found this in the library. In the library. It's called Alle verdensland og andre territorier. So it's actually a Norwegian book. I thought at first it was translated. It's not. So it's cool. So it's just simply a book about all the world's countries. It has a map, the flag, and then there's some facts. So since it's all the world's countries, some countries in Europe will be in this one. And yeah, I'll read it and use one of them, like we use a country for this one. So yeah, it's a bit of a long one, so I suppose I'll probably just like read. Like I won't finish it. I suppose I might, but like sometimes it's got a lot of text. So yeah, not sure if I'll finish it, but I might read a few of this week. So and also like one country is like one page, so it's not long in that way. So I suppose I might read a few Norwegian. I might read a few European countries, even though I can only work for one book for one country. And yeah, that's my plan. I suppose I will update also. Like I did listen to. I think I ended up listening to 3 hours of an audiobook called "The Colossus Rises" by Peter Lingaris. So it's the first in a series, middle-grade series, based around the wonders, like the 7 wonders of the ancient world. You know, pyramids, the hanging Babylons, hanging gardens of Babylon, all those stuff. So I I love history. I love those mythical, well, some might say mythical places. But so that's why I wanted to read the book. Yeah, I didn't really wow the book at all. It was just kind of uninteresting. So I DNF'd that one yesterday. Sorry. So I started slightly The Lost Queen by Signe Pike. She's an American author. I'm guessing she's Norwegian American, though I don't know. Like Signe, it's kind of, at least in my words, in my ears, kind of Norwegian sounding name. Well, it is Norwegian name. But yeah, anyway, Katie from Katie Reads and Rants says that she read The Lost Queen a few years ago and really enjoyed it. So yeah, so I might be listening to like that, like when I do audiobook, like I do audiobooks now and then. I'm also finishing up, well, in the middle of the Styles Mystery. Decided to go with that one by Agatha Christie. I did already read Agatha Christie, the book earlier this month, so that's like England is already done. So like, yeah, I mean, Eurovision is a long readathon, so some books some places I'll have more books from. That's how it is. But I do know that they only count for one. So yeah, just kind of wanted to say how it is. And yeah, that's kind of how it is. how it is. Yeah. As for like on Friday and like next week, I'm not quite sure where I'll be filming and up. Maybe I won't film. Like I didn't have anything on Monday because life, and I had planned for something and it didn't happen. And no, Monday was Norway's National Day, so can't celebrate and kind of didn't feel like filming really, and I didn't have anything pre-filmed. So yeah, but yeah, so I suppose might take a little time off BookTube, or might post one video next week. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna tell you. Maybe that's how it goes. Maybe I get a great idea. Like I'm kind of feeling like I'm not. Yes, I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna film next, and since I'm focusing on other stuff as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. And yeah, that's that really. If you have heard of any of these books, if you want to talk about any of these books, please do. And yeah, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.